right, what's up? Heads up and hands up high, because you know how we do it around here with them vibrations. You know what I mean? We keeping it all in a good stride all the time. I'm so glad to be here with you. If you don't know me already, I am A.D.S. or King A.D.S. or IA the Shadow. Either or, I will turn my head or salute. You know what I mean? Such a pleasure to be here with you all. And I just get on here to share either thoughts or up and coming news with music, or just interesting things or experiences or knowledge that I picked up over the years that I found useful or intriguing or just straight up weird. You know what I mean? And so this one kind of borderlines on weird and factual all at the same time, kind of sci-fi-ish, but it's real. And what that is, well, before I say that, I also want to say it's such a gift to have life. You know what I mean? Life is such a gift and is truly what you make of it in so many ways in that perspective. And I love that my big sis, I still call her my big sis. Her name is Neb Love from the Notorious Five Footers. Please check them out if you haven't already. Don't sleep on the game. It's on the music side, but they had a song called Life is What You Make of It. And I love that song because it's so true. It's so true. So with that being said, life is such a gift. It's such a nice thing to be able to wake up on the right side of the dirt, which is something else I picked up from someone else too. And I love that phrase. And so I'm going to use it right now to wake up on the right side of the dirt. You know what I mean? And be able to have another chance to give it a shot. And so with that being said, I want to get into more of a interesting concept that motion is life, right? Motion is life. So we have the distinct difference between animate and inanimate, right? But everything has a vibration and frequency, which I'll get into a little bit in another video. But for right now, not to be confused with the phenomenon we call time, which is the measurement of the movement in the thing that we call life, which is movement in itself, which exists on some of the axes of our three dimensions that we live in and that we're confined to and can perceive within the spectrum. So motion is more like life. So movement is life. So whether that is mentally, spiritually, or mentally, spiritually, or physically, to move, to progress in strength or endurance physically, or to complete tasks or new challenges and things like that. But the same goes for the spirit and the mind, right? To expand the mind, learn new languages, learn new tactics, learn new topics and things. And that doesn't mean always going back to college, but it does mean studying your ass off. It means to get into the etiquette like you've been taught to do. I've always been an advocate of saying the thing that you will be an expert at, if nothing else, if you stayed in school, is learning. And that's what we do. Our brain is a processing tool that does nothing better than absorb information like a sponge and process everything that comes across. So if anything, you become very efficient in the learning etiquette. So you have the secrets to unlocking the universe. You know what I mean? And always remember that. Always remember that as you're on your journey and your path. And I'm so happy to put it into words that I feel that I can communicate to you. I just feel like that's some warm energy that I can share with you, and I'm happy to do that. Like I've said before, no, I don't get paid for these videos. I just do them to connect and let people know I'm 100% real, and that I am definitely here making an effort to do more than just say, hey, look at me, I'm great, I make music. Hey, look at me, I got a reputation, or a little reputation, or no reputation. But either way, I'm not just up here for the ego. I'm here to try to connect and to share. You know what I mean? So I think you need like over 1,000 subscribers, and you need like, I don't know, like an insane amount of watch hours to start being monetized on the channel anyway. And so, I just appreciate any support while you're at it. If you hear this right now, please do like the video. Please do subscribe. Please do share the video. Come along for the ride. It's all positive. It's all independent. I don't have big cameras or crew or editing crew or lights or any of that jazz. It's just a guy doing what he does best. I do have a history in music and entertainment and in business. So that is all true. I was a singer for the rock band The Almighty Grind for many, many years. We've done a number of things from ground level up to the commercial level. Have music and film and television, done a lot of stuff with hip hop too in the beginning, and still go on with that and love to do that. and have music and film and television there as well. And so I do have a history, but I do these videos to connect. It's a new time, new ways, and so I'm trying to do something new too. You know what I mean? So I do hope that you watch all my topic videos and everything, and come along so I can keep moving forward, upward, and growing and expanding like I'm supposed to. And that's what I'm doing right now is I'm expanding. Like I said, I didn't do these a few years ago. I think I've been doing these videos for about 3 years, but it's all about movement, moving forward, moving upward. I hope you don't move backwards and lower, you know, because you can do that too. You can make a conscious effort to focus on the negative and then move backwards, you know what I'm saying? But that's not what we do around here. So let's focus on the conscious positive and move forward and accumulate mass, you know what I mean? Let's accumulate mass. And so as we go forward, the energy is what the mass is that's put into the movement. And that's kind of like what this was all boiling down to. You put the energy, which is the focus, into the movement, and it becomes a mass, which becomes something that is tangible in presence and form. And when it comes together mentally, spiritually, and physically, which means your mind, heart, and your efforts are all in one, like your will, right? You impose your will and say, I am going to do this, right? Which I'm going to talk about in another video too again. But when you do that, your energy is focused like through a pin needle, you know what I'm saying? Like a dart, like an arrow. It's like ready to aim and shoot like a bullet. You know, I don't want to say that, but you know what I mean? It's ready to go. Like, so that's what you start to notice about this thing. I think's fascinating about life is that you have this energy that is going in a direction which makes it carry, you know, because it's full of life. It's full of your energy. So whatever energy is imprinted on that motion or thought or I don't know, electric pulse, whatever it is, it'll be imprinted with that type of will, you know, with that intent. There we go, intent. You know, so it has a direction and has a peak and a low. So it becomes a wave. But it does become something because it has a purpose. It has an intent. So an intent meets with something else that, you know, basically needs the energy that you're putting out or something is putting out and informs and creates a new possibility, which creates something in its tangible form, which could be a modification on something or something that we just never thought of before. You know what I mean? So it's pretty interesting, but all those things make what we call life interesting. And but it's just an interesting thing to say that life is movement. Movement is life. Life is movement. Movement is life. There we go. So the opposite would be like, you know, stagnation is death. That's what that would say. So inanimate, you know, if you become inanimate in any way, you know, it could affect your life in so many ways, from your way that you perceive information, from the way that you process the information, and the way you communicate that information to other people, you know, in all three aspects, mind, body, spirit. You know what I mean? Or that order was mind, spirit, body. But you know what I mean? And it can cause all kinds of health complications too, which can make your relationships complicated, stress levels, blood pressures, all those things. But so around here, we don't like to stay in the stagnation. We're going to stay in the positive energy of movement, and we moving, and I know you moving and you moving and you moving, and I see you and I like your videos, and when you share your songs with me, I like them and I listen. And always remember, if you're an artist, that we do the Bar, Sweat, and Years mix, and we're working on number 4. So, you know, let's make some movement. You know what I mean? Let's make some movement together. Let's make a movement together and come together, and hopefully maybe something can evolve, right? When the energy comes together, maybe something can evolve and we can have something really exciting, like a big performance with any of the artists that are in the area that can come and perform or something like that. I think that would be awesome. But as I'm losing daylight here, I just want to sign off with a good message, and just wanted to get into that thought, which I thought was trippy and interesting, a little bit of sci-fi to it, but some facts to it as well, that life is movement. You know what I mean? So that's what we're going to do. Stay moving, stay growing, stay healthy, stay active, stay focused. Let's go. All right. I love y'all. Peace.